Jacksonville is one of 4 cities across the state where the federal government plans to set up a vaccine mass distribution site. So FEMA is going to be running the site, giving out thousands of doses daily alongside mobile units in underserved neighborhoods. On Your Side's David Jones spoke with community advocates about how this could impact those neighborhoods and with health experts about whether it could push us toward herd immunity.
Starting March 3rd, Jacksonville will be one of 4 Florida cities with a FEMA vaccine distribution site. The main site at Gateway Town Center on the north side will give out 2,000 doses a day. Combine those with 2 mobile units, each distributing 500 doses in underserved communities daily, and Jax is looking at 3,000 new doses a day, and in a neighborhood lacking major retail pharmacies.
This is what we need, kind of that jump start to get us to that herd immunity safely.
Infectious disease specialist Dr. Mohammed Reza says he hopes the ramped up distribution means people under 65, especially those with underlying conditions, could get faster access to the vaccine. He says the more people vaccinated, the quicker a return to some level of normalcy.
We're looking at about 75 to 80 to 85% of the population being vaccinated for us to reach that herd immunity. The number isn't set in stone. It really depends on the virus, how contagious the virus is.
The good news, studies have shown both Pfizer and Moderna are effective against the new strains of coronavirus dominating the headlines.
We should utilize every resource possible to get these vaccines in arms.
Dr. Rogers Kane is a physician on the north side. He says it's good the shots are, in his words, being taken to the people, but more can be done. Kane would like to see local primary care physicians be brought into vaccine distribution plans, especially in minority communities. And he adds there's a serious need for an education campaign centered on the efficacy and safety of the vaccine.
Without an effective messaging campaign, these vaccines won't get into the arms quick enough. If the people either can't get it or don't know about it and feel comfortable about using it, it's not as effective as it could be.
The vaccines prevent serious illness and death due to coronavirus, but even vaccinated, it's believed you can still contract and pass on the virus, meaning masks and social distancing remain a must for your safety and that of others. David Jones, First Coast News, on your side.
Now, the state will utilize the current pre-registration system and work with local community organizations to proactively schedule appointments. If you want to pre-register with that statewide system, you can call the designated phone number for your county, or you can go online to myvaccine.fl.gov. And don't forget that we have a running list of vaccination sites where you can get the vaccine if you qualify on our website at firstcoastnews.com. If you text us the word vaccine, we will send that link directly to you. Just text the word vaccine to 904-633-2402, and we'll send that link right to your phone. That breaks it down for you county by county.